Hi guys! Welcome to my channel. So before we get started, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. In this video, we will talk about cash envelope system budgeting. So make sure to watch the full video. The cash envelope system is exactly what it sounds like. You put your cash into different envelopes based on the budget categories. You'll decide exactly what amounts go into each cash envelope based on your spending goals. For example, you might put $300 in the grocery budget and $150 in the fun budget. The key is that you'll only be able to spend the cash out of these envelopes for the specific budget category until the next cycle of your budget. How the cash envelope system can transform your finances. With the cash envelope system, you'll be able to easily see how much you are spending in each category based on the cash you have on hand. Instead of simply swiping your debit or credit card, forgetting about it, you'll be forced to hand over cash in exchange for your purchase. The physical action of handing over cash can make you stop to think about exactly how much you are spending in the checkout line. It is a more tangible process to spend cash as opposed to plastic funds. As you spend down the money in each cash envelope, you'll be forced to watch your cash funds dwindle. How to use the cash envelope system. When you first start to develop your cash envelope money system, it is important to remember that every budget is unique. You have the freedom and flexibility to choose your cash amounts for each category. It can feel like a complicated process for the first couple of months, but once you get the hang of it, you might find it infinitely more effective than your previous budgeting methods. The key is to stick to the plan and work out the kinks for the first couple of cycles. If you are intrigued by the idea of cash envelope budgeting, then read on. We will outline exactly how you can get started with this budgeting strategy. 1. Create your budget. The first thing you need to do is create your budget. In order to successfully use your cash envelope system, you'll need to create a successful budget. If you put too much or too little cash into your envelopes, your whole financial life might go haywire. It's not difficult to build a budget for yourself, but it is important to understand that you'll likely need to tweak it over time. Life changes as you grow, and you'll need to adapt to new expenses as they arise. To start building a successful budget, you'll need to track your spending. If you have no idea where your money goes each month, then you'll need to start here. You can track expenses by combing through bank statements and credit card statements or saving your receipts for later. It is a good idea to track your expenses for at least a month. To get a more complete picture of your variable expenses, you may want to track your expenses for 3 months. In addition to tracking your expenses, you need to determine what you can actually afford to spend each month. Take a closer look at your income after taxes to ensure that you are creating a budget that you can actually afford. After determining your post-tax income, determine how much of your income needs to cover your fixed expenses, such as your mortgage. Once you've subtracted your fixed expenses from your post-tax income, you'll know exactly how much money you have left over for variable expenses. You can make envelopes to encompass each of your variable expenses. 2. Look at the categories of your spending. Once you have tracked your spending for at least a month, you can separate this spending into cash envelope categories. Find out how much you have spent in each category. A few variable cash envelope categories you may want to include are groceries, restaurants, gas, fun, beauty, pet, vacations, clothes, hobby. Anything else that needs to come out of your variable expenses. After you've determined how much you've spent in each category, make sure that you can actually afford this level of spending. It might surprise you to find out that you've spent more than you've earned in a given month. If you've spent more than you've expected, then the cash envelope system could be the perfect solution. It will force you to think about your spending before you make the purchase. As you move forward with the cash envelope budgeting system, think of it as a fresh start. Don't beat yourself up over past spending mistakes. Instead, look towards the future and work towards your financial goals. Whether you want to pay down debt or build your savings, a cash budgeting system can help you to achieve those goals. 3. Set limits for each category. Next, you'll need to set spending limits for each of your cash envelope categories. Start with what you are able to spend in a given cycle. Then take your previous spending into account. Base your spending limits on what you can actually afford, not what you would like to spend in a given category. If you consistently spent more than your income, then your new spending limits might seem harsh. However, Living within your means is critical to long-term financial and total well-being, so it is important to be honest with yourself about this. If you cannot stick to the spending limits, then it might be time to start thinking about a flexible side hustle to supplement your income. 4. Fill your envelopes with cash. After you've set your spending limits for each cycle, filling your cash envelopes is the easy part. You can choose to fill your envelopes with each paycheck or once a month. Find a cycle that works best for you and try to stick to it. Make sure to avoid any unnecessary ATM fees while taking out cash. Once the money is in designated cash envelopes, you'll need to diligently spend out of the appropriate cash envelope categories. If you have leftover money at the end of a cycle, then you can roll it into the next cycle or put it into your savings. 5. Adjust as needed. As you continue to use the envelope money system, it is important to realize that you may need to adjust along the way. In fact, adjusting your budget along the way should be an expected part of the process. Don't expect to nail your spending restrictions in the first month. Some categories might seem overly stuffed while others are ambitiously slim. Although it is all variable spending, you want to keep your spending caps for each category relatively close to what you need each cycle. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.